lives? My vessel is not prepared? Then you will be my vessel.
My mother. She was in the dream too. Is she... I have to get home.
Surely the Eight sent you to save us. Me, my daughter, we owe you our lives. Do you always go to such great lengths to help people you don't even know? Well, I'm glad you decided to do so today. You will always, always be welcome at the Van Farm. Stay as long as you like.
Stay on your toes, friend. Be on guard if you're headed up to the castle. King Faharajad's army is camped outside the walls. They claim they're here in a diplomatic capacity, but I'm not buying it. To attack the castle, isn't that obvious? This is the beginning of the end for the Covenant, mark my words. King Faharajad probably planned this all along. Thought that under the banner of peace, we'd just let his army march right in. Of course, I wasn't born yesterday. Neither was Dame Follett. She's our commanding officer outside the wall. You should talk to her up at the castle's main gate.
What?
Interested in purchasing?
damned foreigners. Nothing but trouble around here ever since the Duke married King Faharajad's daughter. And now there's a Redguard army on our doorstep, expecting the Knights of the Flame to just stand aside? Envoy Darima marches up with an army claiming she's on a diplomatic mission from King Faharajad of Alakir. She says her message is for Duke Nathaniel alone and demands entry. All I have to say is over my dead body. My mission is clear. No one from the Redguard camp allowed in the castle. I'm a Knight of the Flame, and I will enforce that directive to my dying breath. Sir Hughes is the head of our order. If you have concerns, speak to him inside the castle. I'm acting on...
Surely you can see the absurdity of this situation. I hope you will speak with this Sir Hughes or the Duke himself. Please, tell them to let me in. I mean no harm. Ask the Duchess. An armed escort is customary in Alakir. We mean no insult, and certainly no threat. They say we bring an army. An army would be hundreds. This is merely one regiment. If you might convince the knights to listen to reason, I would be obliged.
I heard about you. You're the stranger who freed Dabienne from the stocks, aren't you? Sure glad you're here.
Dellen's mill used to grow the sweetest berries in the spring. I wonder where we'll get them from now.
I've got a little of this, a little of that. Thank the aid it's quiet today. Did you hear what happened to Dame Dabian in Coglin Village?
She said some stranger showed up and got her set loose. She was lucky. You don't find people like that every day.
It's good to know the war hasn't taken all the heroes from this world. Gives me some hope we'll get through this.
Gall and pox! Dame Dabienne wanted me to tell the Duke you were coming here. You saved me back in Coglin Village. I'm the messenger, the one in the warehouse. I'm sorry. I got back here and I had to tell my parents and my friends about the slaver attack down at the village.
and then it just completely slipped my mind. Not much point in doing it now. I can't believe I forgot to announce you to the Duke. I really am sorry. I hope you can forgive me. Oh yeah! I forgot to deliver the message to the constable in Coghlan Village as well. That's actually kind of funny, isn't it? Unless... Are you frustrated with me? I know. You're right. I've never been a very good messenger. I always wanted to be a king, or a duke, or something more important. But here I am. I'm doing my best. Please don't tell anyone about this. I'll do better next time, I promise.
You're welcome to Alcair Castle. I'm sure you noticed King Faharazad's army camped outside our walls, so you can understand why Duke Nathaniel is not entertaining guests. I should hope you're not here to add to our troubles. Don't hear that too often, but it's most welcome. If blood gets spilled here, it could destroy the fragile alliance holding together the Daggerfall Covenant. We need to defuse this situation as quickly as possible. Damn it. Dame Follett is holding the envoy up at the gate, isn't she? Never questioning orders is Follett's strength and her weakness. I'll have to send word to make an exception. Meantime, I actually have a task you'd be well suited for. It's a sensitive matter. We've intercepted secret messages to King Faharazad from someone inside the castle who goes by the alias of Almundine. My hope is that a little research in the library might reveal where this term comes from. Unfortunately, the Duke requires that he personally approve all visitors to the library, and he can't know about this. The library guard, Sir Gregory, perhaps you can persuade him to look the other way, or, failing that, to leave his post. Again, you must keep this quiet. The Duke is already overwhelmed, and hearing about a spy inside the castle might push him over the edge. Get past Sir Gregory and into the library. Find out who Almundine is, and report back to me personally. I cannot defy the Duke's orders, not with an army at the gates. You can. One thing that might help, Sir Gregory is insanely jealous of his wife. In his mind, she would be the sheath to every knight's blade. You didn't hear. For better or worse, the Duke defers to me on the matter for now. Nathaniel shares King Emmerich's bloodline, but not his talent for calm under pressure. Of course, the Duke's wife being King Faharazad's daughter doesn't make matters easier. Indeed, Duchess Lakana is one of King Faharazad's youngest daughters. They say he was quite fond of her. She doesn't speak of her father much, but I think those ties run deeper than she lets on.
I hope you will forgive us for not offering a more friendly welcome. The affairs of the region weigh heavily on my husband's shoulders. There are also concerns about security here in the castle. You really should speak with Sir Hughes.
Tell me you don't come bringing more bad tidings. I've already heard about the slavers on the shore and the cultists in the hills. I don't mean to be rude, but I have enough concerns. It's probably better if you speak to Sir Hughes.
Hold it right there! This is Duke Nathaniel's personal library. No access without his express permission. If it's an emergency, you want the armory, not the library. It's just books in there. Honestly, I don't know why the Duke's so worried about it, but he is. If I let you in, I'd be kicked out of the castle. Probably my wife, too. No, I couldn't ask her to work. She wouldn't like that. She might even leave me. No, she spends most of her time in the market. Too much time, if you ask me. I can't stand the way all those merchants look at her. The other knights, too. Hold it right there! This is...
After all the gold I've spent here, you'd think these backwater merchants would be more grateful. Oh, Sir Higgins is such a gentleman. I'm just waiting for him to come and help me carry all these groceries home.
Unless the Duke himself tells me to make an exception, the library is off limits. Everyone does. That damn man gets away with murder. Sir Hughes has him patrolling inside the castle walls. He basically just lollygags around the market, flirting with women. Why do you ask? My wife? Vendi? That motherless louse! His escorting days will come to a swift end when I break his kneecaps.
Sometimes a true knight must undertake a mission that requires reading books rather than slaying monsters. Such is what I asked of you. Did you learn anything in the library? I feared as much. We have to proceed carefully now. We don't want to alert the Duchess or King Faharajah to the fact that we know about the secret communications. I hate to say it, but I'm going to have to speak with the Duke about this. The fact that the Duchess is sending secret letters to her father is serious cause for concern. We need to know exactly what they're planning, though. After speaking with King Faharajad's envoy, Duchess Lakana asked to go out and negotiate with the Redguard General herself. Clearly, we can't allow that. But the Duchess is refusing to let the envoy leave to deliver her message. My thoughts exactly. And in so doing, you would win her confidence. You already helped get the envoy through the gates, so Lakana will be inclined to trust you. Go speak with her upstairs. Do whatever you must to learn her plans.
Jarima told me you spoke to Sir Hughes about Dame Follett. Thank you. You don't know what a relief it is to have her here. I am an outsider in Alcaire Castle, with no one I can fully trust. Sometimes I even wonder if I can trust the Duke. Because there have been several attempts made on my life, all from someone within these walls. An Alakir poison intended for my lips killed one of my tasters just a few days ago. There are many rivals for the throne in Alakir. They despise the Covenant, and they would kill me to destroy it. My father has been trying to identify the assassins. I must speak with General Thoda at the camp outside, but I am forbidden. Can I trust you? You did intercede on our behalf with Sir Hughes. Very well. But General Thoda will not expect you. You will need to get his attention. It may be difficult, but if you could best some of his warriors, he will want to see you. Thank you. Things are truly desperate when a daughter of King Faharajad must rely on the generosity of a stranger. But I do believe in you. The future of the Covenant, and my life, depends on you. Rupka, go with you, friend.
I cannot believe one of our own is behind the attacks on Duchess Lacana. There must be some other explanation. There has to be.
Ha! Who is this little pipsqueak walking through our camp? Perhaps I turn you into a pincushion. You think so? Then let's find out. Let us dance, then.
What have we here? You come strutting through our camp with such attitude. Perhaps someone needs to teach you a lesson. Nothing would please me more. Let us dance, then.
You should walk.
Not bad.
Let us dance, then. Well fought.
This is a military camp, not fit for the likes of you. Be on your way, little one. You think so? Then let's find out.
Let us dance, then. Not bad.
Ha! Who is this little pipsqueak? Very well. We shall see who fights best.
Let us dance, then.
trouble! The dead
Well
return!
fought.
Wouldn't have expected such skill at arms from an outsider, but I saw you dueling over there. General Thoda did too, and he would like to speak with you. You will find him through the door.
You don't look so dangerous, yet you waltz into my camp. The princess, she is... Ah, yes, indeed. The poison maker was quite stubborn, but he spoke a name with his dying breath. It means nothing to me, though. He said, "Follow it." She is. Then she is in the castle. Go then, quickly. Tell the Kama that she may be prepared for this wench assassin. I cannot go in, so you must protect her.
It is a relief to see you returned. I fear I might have asked too much. Tell me, though, did General Thoda have any new insights into the source of these assassination attempts? What? The Knights of the Flame are sworn to protect me. Why would one try to take my life? I know Dame Follett spoke out against my marriage to the Duke, but I can't imagine how that could motivate her to murder. I hope Dame Follett was acting alone in this. If there is a wider conspiracy, I fear for what that might mean for our future. No, this will not do. To run would be to surrender to this madwoman's hatred. Follett is the one who must pay. Though I don't always agree with him, Sir Hughes is a good man, and I trust him. Tell him of Follett's betrayal. He will see justice served. I can't believe my suspicions were so far from the truth. The assassin being a Breton only makes this situation more volatile. Please, tell Sir Hughes and ask him to resolve this matter swiftly. because it has greater potential for destroying the Daggerfall Covenant. My choice to go to my father for help rather than the Knights of the Flame only made matters worse. I'm sorry for that now. Indeed, but perhaps it would have been better if Sir Hughes had uncovered that truth. No time for regrets, though. We will do this properly now. Let Sir Hughes handle it. It is what's best for the Covenant.
I trust you've earned the Duchess' confidence by now. That's good. Have you been able to learn why she was conspiring with her father? After the attempt on her life, that makes sense, but why go to her father? The Knights of the Flame are here to protect her. It makes no sense. Why would he send an army here? The assassin's poison came from Alakir. The Duchess said so herself. Dame Follett, are you certain? That's a grave accusation. Of course she was opposed to the marriage. We'll have to question her, but sending a Knight of the Flame to apprehend her might not be wise. I was hoping you might volunteer. That would help avoid a scene. Follett's home is north of the inn. If you'll go there first, I'll get some of my men and come as backup.
If this is what it's come down to, then so be it.
Where's Follett? Did she run? I'm sorry to hear that. You did what had to be done, and I suppose her reaction merely proves her guilt. I wish I could say there was no longer cause for concern. Somehow, though, I just don't think that's the case. Something about all this just isn't adding up. Indeed. I would very much like to discuss this with you further, but not inside the castle. My home is past the market. If you'll give me a moment to settle matters here and check on the Duchess, I'll meet you there and we can talk.
Did Sir Hughes send you to kill me? You're not here to... Oh, merciful Stendarr! Lakana! No, she's not safe. Hughes is going to kill her. He's crazy. Something about his dreams. If you don't believe me, check his journal. He was writing all about it. First, though, untie me. I have to get back to the castle and warn Lakana. By the gods, they've murdered the Duchess!
What is it?
She cannot be dead. This cannot be real. Lakana. You spoke with her, didn't you? What do you know of this? Tell me. Sir Hughes? Was he mad? He was supposed to protect her. How will I explain this to Lakana's father? To her sister? Lakana would never hurt anyone. She was innocent. My beloved wife. I don't understand. Sir Hughes served me for so many years. Loyally. Faithfully. Why would he murder my wife? Dreams? That maniac murdered my wife on the basis of a dream? He will die for this. You must help me find him. He's probably gone to Firebrand Keep. Please, do it for Lakana. Find Hughes and kill him.
What's this?
Stop! Heal me!
These caves have been quiet for so long, but the winds have returned and our spirits with them. You walk among the living, yet you speak to the dead. Will you help return us to rest? I came here on a sacred mission, to slay the notorious bandits known as the Three. I ventured into these depths, leaving my fellow knights behind with orders to collapse the cave if I did not return. This cave became my tomb. Perhaps, but by sealing the cave, my fellow knights succeeded where I did not. The Three starved here in the darkness. But now the cave is reopened, and their spirits again threaten the land. You must put their spirits to rest. My sword is forged of consecrated steel, and dedicated to the cause of purging evil from these lands. Take it, and finish what I started. It will aid you in your quest. The blade may have rusted to the point where it is useless in battle, but its magic remains. Defeating the spirits below with the sword in your possession will bind their souls to its steel. I wish I could tell you that I died in valiant battle, but I cannot. Like the very bandits I came to slay, I starved to death here in the dark, after my fellow knights collapsed the cave. Yes, my fellow knights did what had to be done. I can only imagine how difficult it must have been. But I had failed to fulfill my vow, and it was the only way to ensure the Three would terrorize this land no more. No, these caves were too complex and the bandits too numerous. After the collapse, I crept down to find the Three eating their minions to survive. I was too hungry, too horrified to face them, and I knew they were only putting off the inevitable. I wish I could tell you that I died in valiant battle. I vowed to slay the Three after they killed my aunt and uncle in a robbery. I fear my failure to satisfy that vow is what drew my spirit back here along with theirs. If you can destroy their spirits with my blade, my vow will be fulfilled.
I'll feast upon your soul!
You're a fool to come down here.
I'll eat your soul. Now!
I sense a darkness lifted from the fiery depths. Tell me, have you done the deed? I can feel the serenity flowing into my spirit already. By destroying their spirits with my blade, you have fulfilled my vow and released me from this plane. Thank you. I'll return you to the surface now. Go with honor and my gratitude.
You're looking for Sir Hughes, aren't you? Get in line! We've been waiting for him to come and clarify our orders for days. He returned, all right, but mumbling incoherently. Know what that means? Just more confusion. I think Hughes has lost it. The Duchess is dead? Hughes killed her? Oh, for Mara's sake, I didn't think he was that crazy. I guess that explains why his orders were so confusing. Good thing we didn't march on the Red Guards at Alcaire Castle. So, I guess if Sir Hughes killed the Duchess then, crazy or not, the Duke is going to want him to answer for that. I guess this means we're going to have to find a new leader. He went into the keep. Sir Croix might be protecting him, though. Finding Hughes may be difficult until we clear up all the confusion here. You should talk to Sir Edmund. He's just up the steps.
You there, in the name of the Knights of the Flame, I ask your assistance. You there, if you respect the name of the Knights of the Flame, then I would ask your assistance. Bandits are masquerading as members of our order and then robbing people blind. You can steal from the bandits that which they...
Laughing.
alive. Were you successful? Thank you. At least now travelers won't be fooled into thinking they can trust these ruffians. After we get healed up, we'll make another push to drive the bandits from this region altogether.
So I guess if Sir Hughes killed the Duchess then, crazy or not, the Duke is going to want him to answer for that. He went into the keep. Sir...
If you've come to Firebrand Keep to petition for help from the Knights of the Flame, I'm afraid you'll be disappointed. Our leader, Sir Hughes, seems to have gone mad, and the Knights are divided over whether or not to follow his last order. This is far worse than I thought, and makes our cause all the more critical. Sir Hughes just returned to the keep, acting strangely. He's in there with Sir Croy, who is making preparations to attack the Red Guards at Alcaire Castle. Indeed. Myself and these others were exiled for standing against Sir Croy, but we are too few at present to retake the keep. There are other knights in the keep who are questioning Sir Croy. Could you go in and look for those who would join us?
Preparing the entire order to go to war isn't easy. This is going to take some time. You're right. This doesn't make any sense at all. My duty is to do what's right, not to blindly follow orders. I'm with you. If Sir Hughes really wants us to go to war, I'd prefer he told us himself. You're right. This doesn't make any sense at all. My duty is to do what's right, not to blindly follow orders. I'm with you.
Hear ye, hear ye! The curfew has been lifted. The murderer has been caught, and the assassin has been dispatched by the champion of the king. Hear ye, hear ye! The danger to the Daenia Woods has passed. The Beldama Weird report that a mighty champion assisted them in healing the land's corruption.
I'm a Knight of the Flame. We're sworn to protect Alcair. You would have me disobey direct orders and turn against Sir Croix? You sound like that coward, Sir Edmund. You are an enemy to the Order, and I will see you slain. Loyalty will prevail.
I didn't join the Knights of the Flame to sit on my hands. If I die in the coming battle, at least I'll go down fighting. You would have me disobey direct... Defend yourself, then.
I'm a Knight of the Flame. We're sworn to protect Alcair. You would have me disobey direct... Loyalty will prevail.
I hear King Faharajad's been plotting to take over Alcair for years. You would have me disobey direct orders? Loyalty will prevail!
I never thought I'd see the day when Firebrand Keep was divided. These are dark times indeed. You would have me disobey direct... Defend yourself, then!
If Sir Hughes really wants us to go to war, I prefer he told us himself. You're right. This doesn't make any sense at all. My duty is to do what's right, not to blindly follow orders. I'm with you.
Preparing the entire Order to go to war isn't easy. This is going to take some time. You're right. This doesn't make any sense. I knew more of my fellow knights would come to see the insanity Sir Croix means to unleash at Alcair Castle. I think we have enough knights now to retake the keep. I've sent them to take up strategic positions. Indeed. Taking up arms against our fellow knights is something I know none of us wishes to do, but Sir Croix has forced this upon us. This is unpleasant business, but let's get on with it. I've told the knights positioned around the castle to attack on our signal. There's a siege horn mounted atop Firebrand Keep's main hall. If you are willing, I would ask you to go there and blow the horn. That will signal everyone to attack.
What is it?
We caught them by surprise, and I think we have the upper hand. I've been wounded, though. I don't think I'd be of any more use in the battle. I've done what I could, but I failed to find Sir Croy. Now I fear he would best me quite easily. I need you to do this. I believe the other knights will stand down if we can defeat Sir Croy. Will you face him for me? He's in the eastern garrison. Kill him. Put an end to this. There's another siege horn on top of the garrison. When Croy is killed, blow that horn. The knights will pause, and I'll use that moment to call for an end to the fighting.
My knights to rebellion. I'm going to enjoy this.
Aid me!
I grieve for Sir Croix and all those who died fighting for him. But there was no other way to save the Knights of the Flame. Thank you for doing what I could not. Indeed. With Sir Croix slain, I am assuming command of Firebrand Keep for now. Needless to say, preparations to march to Alcaire Castle have been called off. Killing my fellow knights to restore order was hard enough. But this matter with Sir Hughes is unthinkable. He's down in the infirmary. I'm told he was raving about killing the Duchess before he fell unconscious. I don't know what to do. Then I suppose you must. Whatever crimes he may be guilty of, you should know that Sir Hughes was always an honorable knight. I simply must believe that his recent actions are caused by some form of insanity. The infirmary is below the Great Hall. Speak to the healer there, Odette. Get her assessment of his condition. Again, I would plead with you, if his actions are truly driven by madness, show mercy.